Bird, what are you doing in here? Stupid birds. Well, I think I deduced why the CB doesn't work well in here, on the tractor here. Supposedly, there's supposed to be a CB antenna right here. According to the parts dialogue, or parts diagram, and it don't exist. Oh, up goes one of the K40 antennas. Got a plate up here. I'm just gonna take one of the cab bolts out here. I don't know which. I might do him. Yeah, I think I'll use him. Put a plate on. Mount it. Run the cable. Good to go. There was an antenna pigtail in there for the CB. You know, that was in there, but there's no antenna. It don't exist. It's like the cable was run, but no antenna was put on, or the antenna was ripped off. So, well, here's the old antenna cable here. I got one running here from my antenna now. Barely reaches. I got the antenna right on the corner of the cab here. Cable running down into the back of the tractor. Up here, it just barely works. That's about it. Well, next time I use the tractor, I'll find out if the CV works. So, hey, here's the antennas. K40 antennas. Oh, Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania. What do you know? Huh. Yeah, I'm over here with the semi right now. Developed a little issue with it. Remember what I said about this truck a long time ago, that when the coolant gets low in the reservoir here, like down to about here or so on it, it trips, it trips the sensor in there, and it pretty much shuts the truck off. Once you slow down to a certain speed and push the clutch in, it'll just kill the truck. Of course, it has the coolant low warning light on and whatnot, but we start getting another thing going on here. After the truck runs for about a minute or so, engine error code comes up, and we discovered that this clip is broken on here, as well as the clip underneath that kind of holds the harness together here for that sensor in here, coolant level sensor. So we unplugged it, plugged it back in, and then it seemed to work fine. Then truck never shut off once, so kind of just put some tape around it for now. Hopefully it holds okay, but that's kind of one of the most stupidest things I've seen. Coolant was low in the reservoir here, and it'll shut the truck off. Just give me a caution light saying like, hey, your coolant level is low in your reservoir. You should check it out. It's like, okay, not just shut the truck off when it comes to a freaking slowdown, and everything. Because what happens when that light comes on, you lose all power. You'll slowly start slowing, but it won't shut off until you get down below a certain speed and you push the clutch in. Then it'll just shut off. It's just like, that's dangerous, is all I can say. That's dangerous. Just about imagine what that pigtail will cost there to get that fixed, that connector. Just about imagine. We'll see how this works for now. Always something. Like I say, upkeep. There's one right here. Take a little lunch break. But, yeah. Fence fixing again here. This water spot here, and then around the pasture, we might actually start seeding today. Start the oats. Hour or so here, so we got about a half-inch of rain. But we're going to try seeding today, though. See what it's like. It's kind of wet yet, but it's pretty windy out right now. Full sun. I don't know, it's not the warmest out, but it's not bad, though. Yeah, if you would have told me 3 years ago that, where we put the fence up, electric fence up in here, you can kind of see the line there. Someone would have told me 3 years ago we were going in way too deep with that fence, I would have said, you're crazy. Yeah, 3 years later, that fence should be about 15 feet further out now. It's 27. Well, the first few years I rented this, we had water trouble here. The only source of water was practically right here. We actually had another fence going across the dugout there in further, but Right now it's buried now. It's probably a foot underneath the water. This water is as high as I've ever seen it now. I mean, what I'd love to do is make a brand new fence around the whole perimeter of the slough, over to those far tree rows there. Like I say, nothing's guaranteed for me here, so I don't want to put all that time and money into it and then lose it then the following year. Then that, you know, that's bad. So if I keep doing it the way it's doing right now, I mean, this summer, we'll see what happens this summer, but I should actually just, at least these posts over here should get moved about 10 feet further east and get them out of the rushes, because they're about a foot in the rushes and it's hard to deal with it there. But you know, if I'd be guaranteed to keep this land for over a decade, yeah, I'd be like, sure, I'll put up a fence here, no problem. But for now though, it's just a temporary electric fence here. It's just, that's all I can do. So it's always about rented land. You're not guaranteed anything. That's really farming and ranch in general too. You're not guaranteed anything. The only thing you can guarantee is the amount of work you put in. Now I can go fix fence now. An hour later. Oh, and just helping them get going. They started without me here, like help them out a little bit. Not perfect conditions, far from it. It's a little wet, so always the first couple passes you're gonna find some bugs and everything, adjustments. So fix fence. There's a big rainbow. Yeah, didn't know it was supposed to rain today. It said 5% chance in the forecast, but there's only a 25% chance of that happening. But I've pretty much just got done fixing fence here. Just gotta check this fence here now. And out the gate I go. Yeah, it took me about 2.5 hours to do this pasture. 2.5 hours. So not fun. Usually on an easy winter, this pasture maybe takes me 45 minutes to an hour on an easy winter. But yeah, well, still moving yet. No dust at all anymore. There's a low spot up there. He's having to go around. Oops, come on, zoom in. That tractor looks weird pulling that drill. Still isn't right. Yeah, not ideal conditions. Everything, it's kind of gummy or sticky, especially in some of the lower spots here. That tractor's quiet, unbelievable. Questionable conditions for seeding right now. No till. It's should be a little drier, but we're on a tight time schedule. We got to get stuff in the ground. It's with not these ideal conditions too. You know, it's pulling harder with moist ground. It's pulling a lot harder, but yeah, no way that TG would be going that fast. Holding it then, there's no way. I know I didn't notice this before. Holy moly, is there water back here. And all that alfalfa we seed in there now is really wasted now. Jeez. I don't know why I didn't notice this. Drove by here a few times now. I never looked over here. Unreal. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. Wow. Yep, that's as high as it's been since almost 9 years ago, 8 years ago. Yeah, we seeded through that whole field last year. It was kind of, well, almost all except for the south side here, but there's flipping water there now. That's, I actually combined in there a little bit too last fall, but boy, there's gonna be a lot of PP acres this year. There'll be a lot. Well, should be a little bit better day for seeding for now. A little bit drier. Yeah, some people call this government juice. I call it government piss. Straight from the sewers of DC. The highest horse grade quality. One plastic jug at a time. We don't know how much this tractor's going to be using for sure, but no, it's going to be more than the Massey and the TS6, that's for sure, because, well, it's going to use more fuel, but I think next year we're going to have to invest in, or not invest, but get I don't know if they make a 30-gallon drum or something like that. I know they make 55-gallon ones, but I think that's probably too much for us, though. Or if they make 30-gallon drums, that'd probably be perfect. Especially this time of year, the springtime, when he's going to be used a lot. You know, and some during the summer, but mainly in the springtime, he's going to get used a lot, so. Grease skin here, as a fellow viewer pointed out. Grease those articulation points. So, I will oblige. Note, as I said, note taken. Get stuff checked over here and get started for my brother here, so when he gets here, he can take over for me and he can hopefully finish up the oats today, so. What? That's not lovely. Tank 1 communications error. Depth sensor. Why is that? I don't know why it's doing that for. That's just the tank sensor inside the fertilizer tank. Yeah, that would probably be this guy. Yeah, I don't hear anything. Yeah, this guy you can hear. He's going. That one's quiet though. Something must be, wire broke somewhere or something. Going pretty good. Yeah, sure could use a 40-foot drill instead. Sure could. Yeah, it's not pulling as hard right now. It's a little bit drier finally. I still don't see it. There's a little bit of dust, but not very much at all yet. I know with the TG right now, we wouldn't probably be going this fast the TG yet. We're going a little over 6 miles an hour right now. 75% engine power right now, 2% slip. Going up a slight incline right now. Yeah, you can maintain the speed all the time. I mean, I don't know how fast I'll go. I mean, my brother was going pretty good yesterday. He's going close to 7 miles an hour yesterday. Most of the time with it, so I'm going a little bit slower. His field, so he can do what he wants, so. Now I got a little bit more of a hill here now. Get it up to 1800 or so. I'm good over there yet. 95% engine power, 99, 100%, 4% slip, 102% engine power. Still holding, you know, just under 7 miles an hour there. That's pretty good. The TG would never do that. Just gonna say that right now. Those 100 extra horses are really coming in handy right now. And the grain cart is full too. Yeah, that tank sensor is kind of irritating. It starts working again, then it stops working again, then it keeps going off at times. I noticed in the tank the wire seems tight. I don't know if something came loose, pulled it apart somewhere. I don't know. So something's loose in there. Not ideal conditions with a full cart too. Like, you know, when the cart got fairly empty, you know, the TG, you could idle them back, you know, on drier years like, you know, like 2016, 2015, 2017. But tough conditions like this though, it's like, man, I think I'm gonna be thankful this tractor's here this year. You know, I wish we had a 40-foot drill now, but this drill looks awfully small for this tractor, but boy, amazing to hold your speed going up those hills back there. You can just hold your speed, the tractor keeps going. It's get done a little bit quicker. I don't know how much fuel, you know, the fuel use is gonna differ. I'm sure he's gonna be using a little more fuel, but hopefully get done sooner. Yeah, let's go do some other stuff, I guess. Sure, I'd rather run that thing, you know. Rather would, but I'll have plenty of time to do that, so. Yeah, I'm just right north of the yard here. You know where this water's been running through in this area here? I think it's the first time I've ever seen this soil wash here before. I've never seen this here before for washout. Never, ever, ever seen that before. Why is there water running there? This water is running here, down to there. Why is there water running here? Huh. That looks weird there. Yeah, look at that water push up there. You seeing that? Seeing that water push up? What the heck? You guys are seeing that, right? Wow. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I see why that's washing. Unreal. Even took away the sod here. This has never been broken up here before over here. It even took that away. Yeah, I don't know when we're going to be seeding that. No idea. That's just too wet. And there's still water here yet. Yeah, this water is still here yet. You probably know what's going on. You probably know what's going on now. Oh, got him out. Wow. Yeah, that is soft. That is soft here. Big enough ruts. Wasn't stuck too bad, but There's just no place to, the mud was pushing on everything. That is soft here. I mean, that's where I almost got stuck there, disking, or that half-inch rain now, it really did it. He wasn't going too fast, he said. He wasn't going that fast. I mean, he was way up here, you know. He was way out here. He wasn't going too terrible. He's going a lot faster now, but that is sticky, sticky. I was gonna linger around here just for a little bit. Make sure I don't know how much closer he wants to get really, but never dreamt of getting stuck back here before. That's beyond me. Just like that groundwater pushing up by that little draw. Same thing, just, yeah, I didn't get any footage pulling out. I got no place to put my phone in here. Nothing. I mean, there's nothing. Nothing. Yeah, that didn't help being lightly disked there too. The topsoil so much looser. Not like the no-till ground where he was going the field up ahead here, where he was seeding before. You know, just a mile away. It's similar soil, but that no-till ground is just, he got right up, mostly right up to the water over here for the most part. Just, it was more or less slimy. But that, you know, just disking the top layer of that soil a little bit, that's all it takes. So, you know, drill starts pushing, cart starts pushing. Yeah, should have had triples on the T9 now. Should have triples on it. Should. Have a little more traction then. Oh, thanks for watching, everybody. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. And yeah, I gotta go take apart one of the fans on one of the air bins. Motor burnt out. Nothing works on it right now. We tried checking the connections. There's nothing wrong. New breaker, nothing. Gotta take it apart and take it somewhere. Kind of a rough day today. Yep, that sump pump's been running again in our pit. Started running a couple days ago. Too much water in the well. Don't want it flowing back into here again like it did last year after Blizztober. Cows aren't drinking as much water at home here now. And yeah, not going through as much water now. And kitties. 1, 2, 3, 4, and one's probably in the barn. And cream pups in the pole barn. Abby. Hey.